people, it's me, Anja. Welcome back to my channel. So today's video is again another recent reads video. So yeah, let's get this party started. The first book that I most recently read is called Are The Wildcats Win by Siabhon Vivian. This story takes place over 24 hours in 6 distinct perspectives, and it's about a toxic coach who finds himself outplayed by his high school female hockey team. And I really like this story. I wasn't expecting to rate it 4 stars because I've read previous books by Siabhon Vivian, and the highest I've rated any of her books prior to this one was 3.5 stars. So I definitely wasn't expecting to rate this book 4 stars, but I really loved it. The 6 distinct perspectives was such a good choice because it meant that even though it was the same story, each perspective gave me insight into a different perspective into what was really going on, because it's set in high school, and some of the perspectives were freshmen and some were seniors. So at first I was maybe she's just new to the team, maybe it's not that big of a deal. But then as the story continued, I realized that this is a big deal, and the reason why I rated it 4 stars is because this story is so real. Even though the characters are fictional and it's set in a fictional town and a fictional school and everything, the topic of emotional abuse, I don't even know if I want to label that as emotional abuse because I don't know what constitutes as emotional abuse. So there's a trigger warning for emotional abuse, which I should have mentioned in the beginning, I'm sorry. But this stuff happens in real life. It does. And it just gave me an insight into what it's like to be, I don't know, a female sports player in a way, or just somebody who experiences this, and how it impacts not only one individual person but the entire team, and the friendships and the relationship between a teammate and a coach, and what coaches shouldn't do. So yeah, this book was 4 stars. It was really, really good, and I would highly recommend it to anybody who plays hockey, whether you're male or female or any type of sport, or basically anybody at all. Just read this YA contemporary book. It's so good. The next book is unfortunately not as good. It's called Jackaby, written by William Ritter. This is a YA historical murder mystery. I got the Divinals vibes from this, which by the way is not a compliment because I DNF'd the Divinals. And Jacobi, I ended up rating 3 stars. I liked the intriguing plot, I liked the world building. It's a little paranormal, which I knew going into it, but I don't really like paranormal stuff. That's not really my cup of tea. That's why I compared it to the Divinals. And I don't know, I liked that the 2 main characters were kind of oddballs. It's called Jackaby because it follows this girl named Abigail, and she's helping Jacobi solve this murder mystery. And like I said, it's historical fantasy because it's set in the 19th century. So accompanying a detective is not exactly encouraged for young women back then. So in that way, she's a bit of an oddball. And Jacobi is really a bit of an oddball. And I think that even Jacobi would be considered an oddball in 2020. Obviously Abigail wouldn't be because there are plenty of female detectives now, and there should have been more back then. But anyway, I'm digressing. I rated Jackaby 3 stars, which means that I liked what I read. I don't regret reading it, but I didn't like it enough to continue the series. So, and the story is so short. It's at least, I think it's between 300 and 350 pages, which for a young adult is incredibly short. Does anybody else think that that's really short, or is it just me? Because I think that is so short. Incredibly so short. So anyway, the story wrapped up too fast for me, so I only gave this book 3 stars. The next book I read is called Straight On Till Morning, written by Braswell. As you can probably tell by the title, this is one of those Twisted Tales books. For those who don't know, Twisted Tales is this Disney series where all these authors pick like an original fairy tale that you are familiar with, and they twist the tale. So Straight On Till Morning is the Peter Pan version, and it is what if Wendy went to Neverland with Captain Hook. And as a person who's unfamiliar with the original Peter Pan storytale, like I know like the basic stuff. I know that Peter's the hero, Captain Hook is the antagonist, Wendy's his love interest, I think. I don't know how Tinkerbell is in it. But anyway, I didn't really know what to expect from the story, but what I got is this whimsical, wonderful story. I really liked the character development. I liked the world building. I liked the friendship that happened between Wendy and Tinkerbell. Like, I loved it. At first, I didn't really like Wendy's character, but as it continued, I was like, wow, she has such a soft, pure, innocent personality, and I feel like that personality is so underrepresented in YA, which I'll get to in a later video, but the story was so good. I really enjoyed it. I ended up rating this book 3.5 stars, and it was a nice like little surprise. You know, like I had low expectations, and this book exceeded those. So the next book is another retelling. It is Night Spinner, which is a Hunchback of Notre Dame retelling. Hunchback of Notre Dame is not a story that I have any familiarity with at all. Like I can't even name any of the characters in the original Disney film. Like nothing. I think the princess in it is Esmeralda, but I mean I guess she's not technically a Disney princess. Anyway, I have no familiarity, so I had no idea what to expect from the plot or from the characters. Like sometimes when I'm reading retellings, I can point at the characters and say, oh, like if it's a Beauty and the Beast retelling, I can say, oh, she's supposed to be Belle, she's supposed to be the Beast, he's supposed to be so and so and so and so and so and so and so on. So I had no idea what to expect with this, but I loved the plot. I loved the world building. Like the plot twist at the very end completely took me by surprise, and this book is so good. And I keep repeating myself, but I had the lowest expectations ever, and this book took me genuinely by surprise, and I ended up rating it 4 stars, which is such a good rating. And I'm so excited for the sequel. This book was so good, and I'm like, since I had no idea what to expect with the plot, which I know I've repeated like 60,000 times, it just means that like the plot just kept me guessing as I continued reading, and I'm so glad that it ended up being so good. So yeah, I would recommend it for anybody who's looking for a new YA fantasy, and I hope that the sequel is just as good. The next book that I read is called Girl Crushed, written by Katie Heaney. This is a YA romantic contemporary book about a girl named Quinn whose girlfriend breaks up with her at the beginning of their senior year, and it just follows Quinn, and it talks about like falling in love and not quite falling out of it. And I know that I've said before that I don't really like romantic driven contemporaries, but this one I knew was a romantic driven contemporary before going into it, so I wasn't like surprised by it. I liked this book. It was cute and it was fluffy, and I ended up rating it 3.5 stars because the ending, I didn't really like the ending. I was aiming at rating this book 4 stars, but then the ending came and I was like, I don't really like that. So I ended up rating it 3.5 stars because it's still like cute and fluffy. Like that element still stays. I just didn't like the ending enough to rate it 4 stars like I was hoping. So the ending kind of like disappointed me. I was kind of hoping, I don't know, I was kind of hoping that something else would happen, you know? So overall, it was a cute, fluffy book. It's been advertised as for fans of Leah on the Offbeat, and I think that that is a fair assessment. As a person who also rated Leah on the Offbeat 3.5 stars, I agree with that. So basically, if you like fluffy, romantic, contemporary books, I would recommend this story. Today, we're ending this video on a good note because the last book that I'm talking about is called Valona Comics, written by Jennifer Dugan. I read Hot Dog Girl last semester, I think. Yeah, last term sometime. And it was 2 stars. So I was not expecting that Valona Comics was going to be 4 stars. In fact, I didn't even put this book on my TBR because Hot Dog Girl flopped. So normally when a book, I've mentioned this before, but like if I rate a book's 2 stars, I usually don't check out the rest of the author's works because like why waste my time on another 2-star book, you know? But Verona Comics was so good. It was so cute, so fluffy. It's about these 2 teens, Ridley, who has anxiety, and what's the girl's name? Jubilee, who's a cellist. And they fall into this relationship and they have to hide it from their parents because their families have feuding businesses. So I guess it's kind of like Romeo and Juliet. So even like after realizing that Jennifer Dugan wrote Hot Dog Girl, I didn't really like that aspect, but this story ended up to be so good. I loved the representation of anxiety. So again, I should have mentioned this at the beginning, but there's a trigger warning for anxiety. I also like the representation of sexuality. Like Ridley is bisexual and Jubilee doesn't want to label her sexuality. So like those 2 sexualities are so underrepresented in LGBT rep, like in general. So that was really cool and unique, and yeah, I just really liked it. This book gave me all of the feels. It was, I can't stop talking about it. It's just so cute and so lovely and so wonderful, and I just love it whenever I go into a story with low expectations, and for this one I had super low expectations and it just exceeded those expectations. I feel like that's a theme for this entire video. But yeah, Valona Comics was so good. I truly really loved it. It was so good. So to conclude this video, the worst book that I read in this list was probably Jackaby. And the best book, it's hard to choose because I had 3 4-star leads. So between We Are The Wildcats, Valona Comics, and Night Spinner, I would say that this is hard to choose because I really like them all, hence why I rated them 4 stars. So I guess I would probably rank them Valona Comics, Wildcats, and then Night Spinner. I really like them all, so just read all of them. Anyway, so for those who are new to my channel, I tend to post on weekends, but I film since we're in quarantine and I have like more free time now, I'm filming like before the weekend. Like normally I would film on the same day that the video was uploaded, but today is Tuesday the 21st. But when you're watching this, it's gonna be the weekend. So anyway, I'm saying that because there will probably be another recent reads video that will be posted for you watching this tomorrow. So just saying, I'm just prefacing that so that you know that I'm not, so it doesn't seem like I'm reading like so many books in such a short period of time, because I used to upload the same day that I filmed, but because of quarantine and I have an opportunity to pre-film, which is so nice. Also kind of sucks because I wish that I could be at school right now, but it's fine. Anyway, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Let me know if any of these books seemed interesting to you. I hope that these recent reads videos provide not only comfort and escapism, but also a list of books for you guys to read. Yeah, comment down below what you've been reading. Again, if any of these books seem interesting to you. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more. I've been getting a lot of new subscribers lately, so that's really lovely. Speaking of subscribing to me, but also please subscribe to those fellow small booktubers that I have provided a playlist for in my description. Since because of quarantine, or maybe just in general, people have been making booktube channels, and booktube is such a non-judgmental zone, such a lovely community, and I'm so excited for all these new people to join the community, and it's just really, really lovely and wonderful. So please check out that playlist. I feel like I've been advertising it a lot lately, but yeah. Anyway, if you like this video, I hope that you really did.